Shalom, shalom, everybody. What up? What up? Oh, shit. Get out of there. What up? What up? Welcome back to the next episode of Reading with SHILO. Oh. Hiya. What up, baby? I'm SHILO. What's the business? What's the business? What it is and what it ain't. What we can and what we can't. We ready to read, man. Another episode. Another time. We back at it with part 2, man. Part two of the book of Patrice O'Neal, man. Based on the philosophy of Black Phillip by Mr. Khaled, Izaac. And so far, man, we have read up to the point of I'm better than you. Now, what's your next move? That's going to be the next section. The next section that we're going to start at. We're going to see. We're going to do about an hour. We're going to try to do about an hour, maybe a little more. Depending on how good it's getting. I hope everybody had a wonderful night. Woke up safe and sound. Despite all the humbug and shenanigans. Man. So before we get started, let's get the routine going. So we can keep building on the habit. We're going to work our body, work our mind, and work our body. That's how we're going to do it. 25 things. That's all I'm asking of you. 25 things. You do 25 things. We're going to work our body, whatever. 25 things. Whatever things you can do. Whatever things you feel like you can do. Don't cheat yourself, though, man. You got to get our body moving, man. I want to stay moving. I don't know about you. Maybe you want to stay on your ass. I want to stay moving. Yeah, shit. I'm going to do something. 25 things. That's what I ask of you. 25. I'm going to do 50. I'm going to do 50. I ask you to do 25. So 25 things for you, 25 things for me. That's going to be the first part of working our body. And then we're going to come back and start reading. Work our mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, make it up, 11, 12, 13, like I'm getting groceries, 14, 15, 16, here you go, ma'am, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, there you go, ma'am, 21, sir, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I only want you to do 25. I'm doing 50. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. What up, Shalom? 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. I'm on 50 on them boys. 50 on them people. 50 on them people. All I ask is them people to do 25. Y'all do 25. I did 50. Y'all do 25. I did 50. But now, let's get in the book. Let's get into what Mr. Patrice O'Neal is saying. Oh, what has he said? What is his understanding? What is his philosophy? Is there anything that we can learn and grow from Mr. Patrice O'Neal? Is there anything we can learn and grow from? So far, so good, though. You know, so far, so good. The book of Patrice O'Neal, based on the philosophy of Black Phillips, part 2. I'm better than you. Now what's your next move? When you say to a woman, I'm better than you, it throws her off because it's not something she's used to hearing. The truth is a man has to believe he's better than her, and she needs to believe it too. Patrice O'Neal. When you confidently tell a woman, I'm better than you, you'll notice her reaction immediately. Whether she tries to hide it or not, her body language will reveal the truth. And most likely, she responds with something like, no, you are not. because that's her instinctual, reactionary response. And women often don't think beyond their initial reaction. They react based on how they feel in the moment and without much thought as to why they feel that way. And as a man, you must hold that the belief that you are better, not in the arrogant way, but in the sense that you possess the strong inner confidence and a sense of purpose. And this belief is your own value, is what makes you attractive. And women are naturally drawn to men who exhibited confidence and a sense of superiority, not because they want to be dominated, but because they are attracted to strength and leadership. When you carry yourself with the mindset that you are better, you project a high value. This doesn't mean you're dismissive or disrespectful. It means you lead with confidence and dominance in interactions. Being decisive and taking charge create a perception of status and confidence, which are incredibly attractive to women. The key here is that you must genuinely believe in your own value. And if you don't, no amount of pretending will work. Women are experts at sensing insecurity, and if they detect it, they'll lose respect for you. Confidence isn't just about saying the right things. It's about truly believing that you are the man of worth, someone who brings value to any situation. In essence, you must embrace the mindset that you are better, not to belittle anyone, but to elevate yourself. When you do this, you naturally lead, and women will follow because they see you as the man of high value. And that's the essence of the true confidence. Pimping your woman never stops. Pimping your woman never stops. Shalom, shalom, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your people, man, I'm out here reading. Pimping your woman never stops. Being a man in your relationship is a full-time job. Being a man in the relationship is a full-time job. You can't clock out just because you got the girl. Patrice O'Neal. Whether you're dating, in a relationship, or married, Patrice emphasized that pimping your woman never stops. This concept isn't about being domineering or controlling. It's about leading with confidence, continuously earning respect and keeping the relationship dynamic and balanced. Women often challenge men for power. And what's known as shit testing, because they're looking for a man who is confident, has options, and can provide long-term security. Patrice believed that the moment a man stops putting effort into his relationship is the moment he starts losing it. And he likened relationships to a business transaction, where the work doesn't end once the deal is closed. To him, pimping meant staying engaged, setting boundaries, and not becoming complacent. It's about maintaining the qualities that attracted your partner in the first place: confidence, independence, and assertiveness. Women are naturally drawn to strength and leadership, and they will constantly test your resolve. He compared this dynamic to fighting a relentless enemy, where you can't afford to let your guard down, and if you do, the relationship can quickly deteriorate. He warned that giving in to the demands or negotiating away your standards, like constantly agreeing to her requests without maintaining your own boundaries, can lead to a loss of respect and attraction. Patrice stressed that men should never allow their value to become an obligation. Your worth as a man should be given out of desire, not expectation, because women can grow accustomed to gestures of love and soon expect more. The key to maintaining respect and passion over time is to keep pimping, continuously working on yourself and the relationship to ensure it stays strong and fulfilling. By maintaining your confidence, independence, and leadership, you ensure that the relationship remains balanced and that both partners remain engaged and attracted to each other. The karate class analogy. Patrice likened relationships to a karate class where your woman starts as a white belt. In the beginning, She'll test you, thinking she knows everything you have to offer. These tests, or shit tests, as Patrice would call them, are her way of challenging your confidence, your leadership, and the dynamic of the relationship. Just like in karate class, when she challenges you, she's trying to see if you're still the master, the one who can lead, protect, and outmaneuver her in the game of life. When you prove that you're still ahead, that you're stronger and more capable, she'll respect you and acknowledge your position. Figuratively, she'll bow down, recognizing that you're still the master, and in return, you elevate her to the next level in your relationship. Welcome to the brown belt. Shalom, shalom. I am reading the book of Patrice O'Neal. The book of Patrice O'Neal. The Philosophy of Black Phyllis by Khaled, Izaac. But just like a karate class, she won't stay content for long. She'll eventually challenge you again, testing whether you're still the man she can respect and follow. The journey in a relationship, much like advancing through karate belts, requires you to keep being better. Keep flipping her on her head when she assumes she's caught up. It's about continuously proving your strength, confidence, and leadership, maintaining the dynamic that keeps her engaged and respecting you. In Patrice's ideology, this constant testing and proving is essential to keeping the relationship alive and balanced. The moment you stop putting in an effort, the moment you let her win without challenge, is when the relationship starts to falter. Just as a karate master must always keep a step ahead of his students, a man must constantly lead and grow in his relationship, ensuring that he remains a confident, capable partner she respects and follows. A woman will test you. A woman will test you to see if you're strong enough to handle her. If you fail that test, she'll lose respect for you. And once that respect is gone, so is her love. Patrice O'Neal. Patrice often spoke about the relentless nature of a woman's testing, or what he called the shit testing. It's an inevitable part of any relationship. A woman will never stop testing you for weakness, not out of malice, but because on her primal level, she needs to feel safe, emotionally and materially. This constant testing is her way to ensuring that you're still the man who can protect and lead, the man she initially chose because he appeared strong and capable. Women are driven by a deep-seated need for security, and this need compels them to continuously assess whether their man still has what it takes to provide that security. It's not a conscious effort to undermine you, but rather an instinctual drive to see if you can withstand the pressure. They want a man who is unwavering, who doesn't crumble under the weight of their challenges, because that's the man they can respect and feel safe with. Patrice emphasizes that understanding this dynamic is crucial, and when you know how the game works, you become much harder to play. Women don't want to change you. They want to test you, to see if you're strong enough not to be changed. If a woman can bend you to her will, if she can manipulate you into becoming someone who is no longer dominant, she will lose respect for you. And once that respect is gone, so is her attraction. The harsh truth, according to Patrice, is that if a man fails these tests, if he shows weakness, it's irrelevant how or why it happened. A light on that one. It's irrelevant. The harsh truth, according to Patrice O'Neal, according to Patrice, is that if a man fails these tests, if he shows weakness, it's irrelevant how or why it happened. What matters to a woman is whether you're still the strong, confident man she can rely on. If you fail to meet her expectations, she'll begin to see you as unworthy. This is where things get brutal. She will start to rewrite the history of a relationship, convincing herself that you were never strong enough to begin with. This rationalization allows her to move on to the next man without feeling guilty or taking personal responsibility. In Patrice's view, this is the ruthless nature of female psychology. A woman will always seek the man who can make her feel secure. And if you can't provide that, she'll find someone who can. It's not that she wanted to destroy you, but in her mind, if you were truly strong, you would have let her. That's why maintaining your strength and confidence is essential, because the moment you let it slip, she'll start looking elsewhere. There we go. A man should have options. The minute you have no options, you're at the mercy of someone else's choices. Patrice O'Neal. Here's the thing. Men need to play a numbers game. You can't just sit around waiting for Mrs. Right to approach us or expect to be noticed while you're out and about. We have to actively put ourselves out there, not necessarily to find the one, but to embrace the opportunities that come our way. We're looking for Mrs. Right now, and by engaging with multiple women, we keep our options open and avoid over investing emotionally in any one person. Patrice was a firm believer in the power of options, not just in dating, but in all areas of life. A man who has options operates from the position of strength, not desperation. In dating, this means practicing honest, non-exclusive relationships, signaling that you're in demand and not dependent on any single woman's approval. By having multiple female candidates, you'll protect yourself from dreaded one-itis. You'll protect yourself from the dreaded one-itis and can deal with women from a place of indifference, knowing that if one plays games, there are others who will be happy to have your attention. This isn't being cruel. It's about understanding the dynamics of attraction and maintaining control over your life. Women are naturally players themselves, often juggling multiple men while each one thinks he's the only one. As a man, you should never put all your eggs in one basket. And confidence comes from having options. And when you have them, you're less likely to settle for a relationship that doesn't serve you. I believe it. I believe it. I don't know about confidence has from covering options. I don't know about that one. But I like that. Sometimes it has to be common sense. I think common sense. But sometimes that shit bust you over the head more than one time till you get it. Patrice emphasized that options give you freedom. Freedom in relationships, career, and life. A man with options is in control of his destiny, making decisions based on his values and goals rather than out of necessity or fear of losing something. This autonomy allows you to live life on your own terms. And racking up casual experiences with women teaches you what they're really like, and stops them from surprising you. Women wear different masks depending on the situation, but it's the man she's casually involved with who sees her true self. If you feel any guilt or hesitancy about exploring your options, remember that society has conditioned men to feel guilty for enjoying life, while women are encouraged to do what's best for them. Don't fail or don't fall into the trap. And in the end, cultivating your options, whether in relationships, career, or personal growth, ensures that you're never in the position of dependency or desperation. Keep improving yourself. Stay open to new opportunities and never become complacent. This is how you maintain control and live life on your own terms. Mr. Patrice O'Neal. What happens when men are faithful? Faithfulness is about discipline. It's about knowing you could, but choosing not to. Patrice O'Neal. When men choose to be faithful, it's less about a moral stance and more about a conscious decision to restrict themselves from their natural instincts. At the core, men are biologically wired for variety. Our instinct drives us to spread our seed, but society, relationships, and the need for stability have created a framework where fidelity is considered the right thing to do. No matter how you slice it, being faithful is a choice, a decision to stay committed to one woman despite having access to others. The truth is, men want more than one woman, but when they choose monogamy, it's often out of love, respect, or even practicality. It's a sacrifice, plain and simple, because by nature, men are not built for long-term exclusivity. Patrice famously pointed out that men lie because women can't handle the truth. And in the context of faithfulness, that couldn't be more accurate. A man may stay faithful because he wants to avoid the emotional fallout that comes with infidelity. But what is often overlooked is that staying faithful doesn't automatically mean a man is happy or fully satisfied. It is a conscious act of restraint. Faithfulness for men often leads to a buildup of frustration. It can feel like denying one's natural instinct for the sake of peace in a relationship. And when you deny the side of yourself for too long, it can lead to resentment or the feeling of being trapped. Patrice likened this experience to a man's version of feeling of having a period. I've been with them 1 too long cramps. I've been with them 1 too long cramps. According to him, if you go too long without some pussy, you start feeling the same symptoms as a bitch on her period. You get cranky, sick, maybe even need to pop some pills. I'll be trying to do push-ups. Help me, Lord. Oh, take it away. Get that Jezebel out of my mind. You get cranky, sick, maybe even need to pop some pills. Is that pent-up frustration that needs an outlet? That's why men who remain faithful often need an outlet, whether it's through hobbies, sports, or something else that allows them to channel that energy. But here's the tricky part. No matter how much you try to suppress it, that primal drive for other women doesn't just disappear. In relationships, women tend to believe that a man's faithfulness is tied to his love and loyalty. However, a man can love his partner deeply and feel the pull toward other women. It doesn't mean he's ungrateful or that he doesn't appreciate what he has. It's just human nature. And here's the truth women need to understand. Being faithful is a sacrifice for men. It's not an easy feat, and it shouldn't be taken for granted. A man who remains faithful is often fighting an internal battle, choosing stability over his inherent desire for variety. If men were more honest about the struggle, it might lead to healthier conversations around relationships and commitment. Look, I can't do this shit for long. Look, hey, you get to tripping. I'm telling you. But society pressures men into silence, reinforcing the idea that any man who admits to wanting more than one woman is somehow less than. In reality, the man who remains faithful despite his instincts is making a conscious decision to put his relationship above his natural desires. In the end, faithfulness comes down to respect for the relationship and the person you're with. But men need to recognize that it's a challenge and not feel guilty about acknowledging the truth. Women, on the other hand, should appreciate the sacrifice a man makes when he chooses to be faithful, understanding that it's not as straightforward as society would have them believe. Faithfulness is a choice, not an inherent trait. Men who commit to it are doing more than just following societal norms. They're choosing to prioritize their partner over their instincts. But let's not pretend it's easy, because it's not. The more we acknowledge the complexities behind male faithfulness, the better we can navigate the realities of long-term commitment. Female hypergamy. What is it? Women want the best they can get. It's not personal. It's just nature. Patrice O'Neill. Hypergamy refers to the idea that women naturally seek out men who are of higher status than themselves, whether in terms of financial stability, social standing, or personal achievements. This concept is deeply rooted in both social and psychological sciences, where it's recognized that women often desire a partner who is superior to them in various aspects, such as physical strength, earning potential, and social status. Even in fairy tales like Cinderella, the poor girl catches the attention of the prince, symbolizing this natural inclination. Patrice didn't view hypergamy as a negative trait, but as a fundamental aspect of human nature. He believed that understanding this concept is crucial for men who want to navigate relationships successfully. And instead of resenting women for their preferences, he argued, that men should embrace hypergamy and use it to their advantage. This means positioning yourself as the best possible option by continuously improving yourself through education, career advancement, and personal development. Men are primarily attracted to women visually and for the purposes of sex, while women are attracted to men not just for their appearance, but for what they can offer as protectors and providers. Women see men as a resource, something that can fulfill their desires and provide stability. Understanding this dynamic allows men to approach relationships with a clear sense of what they bring to the table and what they need to do to maintain their value. Patrice's message was simple. Be the best version of yourself, and women will naturally be drawn to you. Come on, baby. Let's turn the page. There we go. Hypergamy is not a critique of women, but an acknowledgement of the realities of attraction. Men who understand this can approach relationships with confidence, knowing that self-improvement not only attracts women, but also enhances their own sense of fulfillment and accomplishment. When she cheats, staying ahead of the game. The only reason women don't cheat more than men is opportunity. Don't let them fool you. They'll do dirt just like we do. Patrice O'Neal. First things first, understanding this. Every woman has the potential to cheat. Yes, every single one of them. It's not about whether she's capable or not. It's about whether the opportunity presents itself and if she chooses to act on it. The reality is, cheating for a woman is much easier than it is for a man. She doesn't have to work for it like we do. The opportunity is constantly knocking at her door. And Patrice used to say, the only thing stopping a woman from cheating is her circumstances, not her morality. So, what do you do about it? Accept the truth and stop lying in fantasy land, or stop living in fantasy land. If you're walking around thinking your girl is somehow special and immune to temptation, you're setting yourself up for a rude awakening. Women have emotional needs too. If left unmet, will have them looking elsewhere. But here's the key. What you can control is your reaction and your game. You can't prevent a woman from ever cheating, but you can minimize your chances. Step one, don't be the guy who worships her. Women don't respect a man who puts them on a pedestal. Patrice would always say, if you let a woman feel like she's the prize, she'll start acting like it. And no one respects something, no one respects something they feel they can't control. No one respects something they feel they can control. Keep your cool. Maintain a sense of mystery. And make sure she knows you have options. The moment she feels you're too comfortable, she'll start looking for excitement elsewhere. Step two, don't become predictable. Women hate boring. Routine kills attraction. If she knows what you're doing, how you're thinking, and can read your every move, she'll feel like she got you figured out. And when a woman thinks she has you figured out, she gets bored. Keep her guessing. Stay on your purpose and make sure she's always a little unsure whether she's fully got you. Step three, maintain your power dynamic. You are the leader in the relationship, and she needs to feel it. Women cheat when they stop respecting their man. If you're constantly bending over backward to keep her happy, you're putting yourself in a position of weakness. Women don't want to be in charge, despite what they say. They want a man who leads, who knows what he wants, and who's not afraid to enforce boundaries. And finally, if she cheats, don't lose your mind over it. Don't go crawling back to her, begging her to stay. Patrice was clear on this. A woman who cheats is telling you she doesn't respect you. So, why are you wasting your time trying to win back someone who already chose to step out? If it happens, you walk away. Your dignity as a man is more important than any relationship. And bottom line, be a man who commands respect, maintains his power, and always keeps himself as the prize. You can't prevent cheating, but you can make sure that if it happens, you don't lose your self-respect. Jealousy, how to deal with it. Jealousy, man, that's one of the hardest things to manage. It's like a natural human reaction, especially when you care about someone, but you got to fight it. You can't let it consume you. Patrice O'Neal. Man, hold up. Patrice wasn't about pretending jealousy doesn't exist. He faced it head on, understanding that it's rooted in fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of some other dude getting up close and personal with your woman in ways you can't control. That's the shit that messes with your mind more than the actual act of cheating. What really gets to men is the idea of intimacy, that someone else is tapping into that personal connection that feels like it's yours. Patrice had a simple, raw philosophy. You can't be a hypocrite about wanting side pussy without accepting that your woman might be getting hers on the side too. And he lived it. He watched his girl with other dudes in a swinger setup. And you know what? He found out it didn't bother him as much as he thought it would. Why? Because under the rules of that context, it wasn't about connection. It was just fucking. What fucks with you, he realized, is the thought of your girl emotionally connecting with someone else, something beyond the physical. It's the unknown that kills you, not the act. Here's the thing. Jealousy will eat at you if you let it. Patrice's advice: don't give her everything. Don't love her 100%. Because if you've got nothing left for yourself, he broke it down. Excuse me. Don't love her 100% because then you've got nothing left for yourself. That sounds better. He broke it down. Keep 20% of that love for you. 10% so you can still fuck her like an animal with the right amount of passion and even a little resentment. Bitch. Get on my damn nerves. Another 10% as your safety net in case shit goes south. If you give her all of you, you're left empty, vulnerable, and when it falls apart, excuse me. And when it falls apart, you've got nothing to pull you through. Give her 80%. Save 20% for yourself, Patrice would say. If you're giving a bitch 150%, you're fucked. People at their core are animals. We make mistakes. We act on instincts. And if you giving 100% to a woman, thinking she won't ever act on those primal urges, you're lying to yourself. Jealousy. That shit's all ego. You start thinking of your girl like she's your possession, like some shiny watch you wear on your wrist. But here's the fucked up part. Just like a guy with too many watches, you'll get attached to that one piece for a while, and then your mind starts playing tricks on you. You wonder if she's out there getting attention from anyone else. And then the jealousy kicks in. It's your ego screwing with you. So, what do? Patrice believed you had to confront your ego. He'd say, go to a swing club, watch your girl get fucked by another dude, deal with the pain, and learn to go of that, and learn to let go. There we go. And learn to let go of that possessive bullshit. It sounds extreme as hell, but Patrice wasn't sugarcoating shit. He believed in confronting jealousy by seeing it for what it is, a battle with your ego, not with your woman. At the end of the day, Patrice was all about checking that shit. Come on. At the end of the day, Patrice was all about checking that need for control. There we go. Jealousy is born from the fear of losing power, from feeling like you're not enough. But here's the truth. You can't control everything. You let go of that. You stop letting jealousy run you, and suddenly things get clearer. Women follow your lead when you're confident, when you've got your shit together. But if you're letting jealousy dictate your moves, you're playing yourself, and you'll lose every damn time. Yeah, that last part, man, was making me fumble. Let's keep going. Is there a way to find women that aren't materialistic? I doubt it. It's rare. It's rare. You got to go way down in the jungle deep. That girl can't have no YouTube. She can't have no phone at all. She can't know what a phone is. She got like rocks and pebbles that she turned into necklaces, and she make into clothing for herself and her family. Her mama and her grandmother taught her how to weave on a loom. She make her own clothes. She grow her own food. Herd her own sheep. Is there a way to find a woman or to find women that aren't materialistic? A lot of women aren't into what we have, but the ones worth keeping care about who we are, who you are. A lot of women are into what you have, but the ones worth keeping care about who you are. That's better. Every woman has a materialistic side, and if she's smart, she knows how to use it. But fellas, here's the thing. Introduce options into your life, because most women can't resist wealth. They're easily impressed by shiny things, and for many, that's all it takes to capture their attention. Rooted in materialism, these women often lack true depth of character and will effectively trade their dignity for the right lifestyle. When dealing with materialistic women, understand this. All they really have to barter with is their pussy. They don't have much else to offer, so they've learned to get something out of it. Dinners, movies, gifts, you name it. They can't fit. Oh shit! Come on, Shiloh. Come on. They can't function if they're not extracting some sort of value from what they've got. Now, successful men often fall into the trap because they use their success to attract women. Once you start reaching your goals and tasting the rewards of success, life changes quickly. Suddenly, more and more women are drawn to you, and while it might seem like a good thing, it can lead to you being used if you don't know the game. Oh man, they're gonna take your ass like a sucker. Take your ass like a sucker. Don't come around here now. Back then, you didn't want me. Now I'm hot, you all on me. Remember this mantra. Everybody loves a winner. It's why entertainers, athletes, and anyone with a level of success can have their pick of women. When you're new to success, you might want to flaunt it, telling everyone you're the CEO, bragging about your assets and showing off your net worth. But let me tell you, that's playing right into their hands. Gold diggers and high maintenance women are just waiting for that kind of information to decide if you're worth their time. Good women, on the other hand, don't care about your money. They care about whether you're a good person, a good fit for them, and if you can take care of yourself financially. They're interested in your dreams, ambitions, and the goals you've achieved. But they're not going to be with you simply because of your success. So stop broadcasting your achievements to attract women. You're only setting yourself up to be used. Develop your intuition, because there's a lot of materialistic, trashy women out there. No character, no personality, vain as hell, obsessed with material things and status. Ooh, everyday thing. The best way to deal with these women, recognize them and avoid them completely. Even if you manage to win them over, it won't last. They'll always crave attention from other men, tease and disrespect you, manipulate you, and seek power over you. They can't be trusted and will drain your time, resources, and emotions, leaving you with shattered confidence and a jaded view of women. Man. When you spot these low-grade materialistic losers, do yourself a favor and walk away. They belong to the streets. Let them stay there. They're not your problem or responsibility. Keep your focus on women of substance and leave the rest behind. In relationships, it's about power and control. Relationships are a game of power. The trick is to play it without losing your soul. Patrice O'Neal. In any relationship, the person with the most power is the one who needs the other the least. Power isn't about financial success, status, or influence over others. It's about the degree to which we have control over our own lives. A man with options has true power because these options naturally foster confidence. Conversely, a man without options becomes needy, which erodes his confidence and leaves him vulnerable. Patrice saw relationships as a constant negotiation of power and control. He believed that every relationship has an inherent power dynamic, and understanding this dynamic is crucial to maintaining a healthy relationship. However, this isn't about domination or submission. It's about finding a balance where both partners respect and influence each other in a way that is mutually beneficial. In a healthy relationship, control passes back and forth between partners as desires and needs fluctuate. As desire and need fluctuate. But when one partner begins to manipulate this control using tactics like emotional blackmail, the relationship becomes unhealthy. Compromise is necessary in any relationship, but it's vital to recognize when compromise turns into manipulation. Patrice emphasized the importance of developing the confidence to stand firm in these situations and not continually sacrifice your own needs to keep the peace, especially when faced with threats like withholding intimacy. Patrice's philosophy was that men should never relinquish all their power in a relationship, and doing so often leads to resentment and a loss of respect from their partner. And instead, men should maintain a strong sense of self, set clear boundaries, and ensure the relationship remains balanced. This doesn't mean being controlled. It means being assertive and not allowing the partner or your partner's needs or emotions to dominate the relationship. A successful relationship, according to Patrice, is one where both partners are aware of the power dynamics at play and work together to maintain balance. And this requires communication, mutual respect, and a willingness to adjust as the relationship evolves. Now, Patrice advised men, to be mindful of their own power and use it wisely, ensuring that the relationship remains healthy and fulfilling for both parties. Ultimately, it's about navigating the dynamics of power while never losing sight of what truly matters: love, respect, and mutual growth. We'll go ahead and read one more page. Well, one more section. We'll go ahead and read one more section. Let me see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and read one more section because the next section after that will be the longest one that we read. The longest one I've read so far. Then it's gonna come up on the show. So yeah, we'll keep it at the hour. We'll try to keep it at the hour. I'll read one more section. We're gonna stop it at a happy man means a happy woman. A happy man means a happy woman. That's where we're going to stop. Men, your happiness is paramount. If you're miserable, nobody around you is going to be happy. Take care of yourself first. Patrice O'Neal. Patrice believed that a man's happiness should always be his top priority. Too often, men sacrifice their own well-being for the sake of their partners and families, leading to resentment and dissatisfaction. He argued that you can't pour from an empty cup. If you're not happy, you can't make anyone else happy either. He emphasized that men must protect their happiness fiercely, understanding that women by nature are driven by emotion and may not always recognize or prioritize a man's happiness. Patrice pointed out that women often say things like, "A woman will go above and beyond for you if you treat her right." But in reality, anyone will go above and beyond if treated right. It's not about gender. Love and happiness are two-way streets, and men shouldn't forget that their own happiness is crucial. If a man doesn't look after himself first, he won't be able to take care of anyone else. And believing that contentment lies solely in the arms of another person is a one-way road to disappointment. Patrice's philosophy was clear. A man's happiness should never be dependent on a woman. If you can't create and manage your own happiness, you can't expect to inspire happiness in your partner. Women are amplifiers. If you're content and fulfilled, if you're content and fulfilled, they will amplify that contentment. If you're frustrated or unhappy, they will amplify that frustration. Therefore, your happiness has to come from within. When you're happy with yourself, you can be genuinely happy with someone else. Patrice also advocated for men to be unapologetically in their pursuit of happiness. This doesn't mean neglecting your partner's needs, but rather ensuring that your own needs are met first. A fulfilled and content man brings positive energy into a relationship, benefiting both partners. Happiness is contagious. When you're happy, it radiates to those around you, creating a more harmonious and fulfilling relationship. You don't feel this happiness coming off me? Can you feel it? Ultimately, Patrice believed that happiness isn't something that just happens. It's something you must actively pursue. This means taking time for yourself, pursuing your passions, setting boundaries, and being unafraid to say no when something doesn't serve your well-being. By prioritizing your own happiness, you create a life rich in fulfillment and joy, which naturally enhances a relationship with others. And we're going to stop it there. And that was this episode. That was part 2 of the book of Patrice O'Neal, The Philosophy of Black Phillip by Khaled Izaac. Man, so far so good, man. We are moving along. How many pages does this book have? How many pages does this book have? A lot. How many pages of the book? A lot. 333. The book of Patrice O'Neal. The book of Patrice O'Neal. Man. We did some rowing. I was stuttering on some of them rows. I couldn't. Okay. I was stuttering on some of them things. But that's all right. Hey, I pushed through. I rolled through them things. We rolled through the sea of pages that Khaled Izaac has laid before us. Hey, we roll through. Man. Man. Just like that with the Will Smith song, you know, parents just don't understand. You know, there's some things, man. There's some things as a man I think women will never just understand. Just the same way as a woman will be able to say, you know, a man will never understand. Yeah, I'll never understand what it feels like to have a baby. I'll never, and I don't want to understand. I'll never understand. But it's certain things, man. Man. Yeah. I'm waiting for the funny. I'm waiting for the funny. We 43 pages in. I've giggled at stuff I thought of myself. I've giggled. I ain't never took my old lady to a swingers club. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I think if I ever did that, it's over after that. She not my old lady no more. You are no longer my old lady. Goodbye. Yeah. Well, anyway, we worked our body. We worked our mind. Let's work our body on the way out. Yeah, I stayed 50. And all I'm asking you is 25. 25 things from you, man. That's all I'm asking of you. 25 things. That's not much. 25. Give me a quarter. Shit, give me a quarter. Give me a quarter. 25 at the front end, 25 on the back end, man. That's 50 things you have done. We read for an hour. Did 50 things. But me, I read for an hour. I'm going to do 100 things. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 50 more. 50 more. 50 more. 50 more. 50 more of the same thing. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to knock these 50 out. That'll be 100. And I'm going to go sling some arrows. My boys are asleep. I'm going to go check on them. And I'm going to go sling some arrows. I might put a live back on and sling some arrows out there. We going to see. I've been trying this new technique, man. I got to sit. Because I'm going to be in the ground blind. Let's get it, though. 25 things. Don't cheat yourself. Let's go. 25 things. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your people. We out here doing shit, reading shit. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Get it up. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Come on. 26, 27. Pick up them grocery bags, boy. Let's get them grocery bags up. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Let's go. 40, 41, 42. Can't be fat. Knock the fat off you. Let's get the fat off you. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. I'm going to go a couple more because I think I lost count. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. Let's get it. 58, 59, 60. That's good enough. We out here. We done did something. Something is better than nothing. And you have to start somewhere. You have to build upon what you have. Man, you got something. You can lift something. Something. You can do something. Get off your ass and do something. Don't let your life just pass you by. So get off your ass and do something. See what it is. See what it is. Well, look, man, that's been this episode of Reading with SHILO. We pushing right along through the sea of pages. Man, we rolling right along through, and I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. One episode at a time. One episode at a time, one book at a time, for sure. One book at a time, man. One episode at a time. One page at a time. One section at a time. One part at a time. One chapter at a time, if there's a chapter. One paragraph at a time, line upon line, here a little and there a little, till we seek and find what it is that we can learn and grow from in each one of these books. And the book on the list that we trying to assassinate now is the book of Patrice O'Neal. That brother right there. Look at that brother. Look at that brother. Mr. Patrice O'Neal. I know a lot of people ain't gonna like how he say or what he say, but oh well. We reading. We reading. I'm reading. Y'all listening. But y'all rolling with me though. Y'all here for the ride. Y'all here for the ride. Yeah, we out here though. We done did our thing, man. We worked our body, worked our mind, worked our body again. It's time to move on. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Hope y'all have a wonderful day, man. You have everything that you need to succeed. Let's build upon that. Let's be better. Let's be better. Let's push to be better. Strive to be better. Oh, man. Strive to be better. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. One day at a time. One day you're here, baby, and then you're gone. Yeah, and we're going to keep pushing, man. So catch me on the back end. We'll get to episode 3, part 3 of the book. We might come back later on, man. I might not be doing, I ain't doing shit today. We'll see. Catch me next time. Shalom, man. SHILO. I'm out. I'm out you.